Yo, what is up, gang? We interrupt this regular, and this is when my Asian tongue gets all stuck. Can't say regularly. We interrupt this regularly scheduled program of YouTube Shorts to bring you a longer video, and primarily because I want to talk about. Yo, I had a really weird dream last night, and so check it. I'll just go directly into it. I dreamt that I was fighting my toys, specifically the Transformers. There's actually a Stephen King short story about this guy who's kind of fighting GI Joes. Not exactly, they don't call them GI Joes, but they're little like army men and stuff. But in my dream, I was fighting my toys. They're Transformers, but they weren't Transformer scale. They were like human scale. So like Optimus Prime was like my height, just a little under like 6 feet, and like yeah, like the smaller guys were like smaller people, etc., etc. And I was with my work folk, my coworkers and stuff, and we were all holed up in this like apartment that had like a balcony and a garage underneath that overlooked overlooked this kind of like, well, the balcony overlooked the garage basically, and then you can look out into the balcony onto the street, and I could see the forces of the Autobots and Decepticons like converging and like uniting. And oh, by the way, before I get too carried away, on our left over here, in case you're wondering, that's Cromar or Sixgun decked out with the Galactic Man Shockwave Armor. The colors fit perfect. And over here is the Weaponizer Combiner, meaning Cog, Brunt, and Sixgun, but using Cromar, Aragon, and the Centurion Droid just for color pairing and stuff like that. I think they both look very beautiful, Cromarvelous, if you will. But yeah, back to the dream. I'm not going to fidget with them because I'm going to do it for another video, but back to the dream. So yeah, they were converging and they had united their forces, and we were going to fight them. And like, even though they're just human sized, dude, they have like weapons, you know, they have like weapons and like guns and stuff. And I remember just in the dream feeling utterly hopeless. I'm like, I know what these guys are capable of. And I was like, dude, we're done. So in the dream, it's not even like, we're not even thinking about how we're going to fight these guys. We're all preoccupied with how we're going to die. And so it's such like, what's the feeling I'm looking for? Like forlorn, like distraught, like downtrodden. Like we are just in the pits. We are all in the pits. And dude, they're opening fire on the apartment, and like we're boarding up like the walls with like furniture so that hopefully like the laser fire doesn't get through. But similar to like the cartoons and stuff, not a lot of the bullets and the firing is actually penetrating or like hitting people. So thank goodness. But like a bunch of the mini cons, like Insecticons, dude, they're all like trying to get through like the cracks in the doors, and because they're like small, me and my coworkers, we can like barricade the door and stuff like that, but they're all trying to like creep through. And it's like, yo, it was gnarly. And then the part that really killed me was that, dude, there are a bunch of people switching factions. Like they were switching to fight for the toys. And I was like, what are you guys doing? And they were just like, dude, it's a hopeless battle. Like, you know, they're like, you just got to give up. Just don't fight it. And they were like reloading. Like, I remember in the movie where Springer and them, they're all like loading that giant missile, that rocket, you know, to shoot at Devastator. It's like that. They're all like loading the artillery for the Transformers. I was like, dude, what are you guys doing? I was like, you can never give up. I was like, never give up. And I remember being so disappointed. And a couple of them were like, you know, I remember one of them was my boss, and I was like, what are you doing, man? I was like, you're leading the charge over here. And there was points where like the building was getting destroyed. And I remember going out on the street, and I was like, dude, I need to find help. And like I was trying to like jumpstart and like jimmy cars, and then some of them would transform, you know, and I'd be like, oh my God. And it was flipping me out. I was running for my life. And somehow I got my hands on like a gun or something, some type of, I don't know if it shot bullets or lasers, but it was some type of gun, like a handgun, like a pistol. And I was running around, and I saw this guy with the transformer, and I was about to cap them. And he was like, don't shoot, friendly, we're friendly. And it turned out that some of the Transformers had actually turned to our side as well. And so there was a bit of switching sides from both parties and stuff. And I was just like, oh man, I was like, this is like, in my mind, I was thinking like, this is a war of ideologies. It's not necessarily about Transformers versus people. It's like, you know, it's a war of ideologies here. And I remember it just being panic stricken throughout the dream, and just like tripping balls, just looking for help. And in the end, it was just unresolved. It was me just cutting through alleys with my gun and trying to figure out, you know, how to get to the next phase, excuse me, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And that was it. Yeah, that was it. That was it. And I just kind of woke up. But man, it was a gnarly adventure. It was a gnarly adventure. And seeing Optimus Prime and Megatron, like imagine seeing my Siege, like War for Cybertron toys. Like this is the true stop motion. Like these fools are walking around. But there was one part of me, I was like, oh, they teamed up. I was like, that's kind of cool. You know, like despite my panic and fear, I was like, oh, they kind of teamed up. I was like, oh, that's cool. From like a fan side, I was like, oh, wow, this doesn't really happen all too often. Like, oh, you know, just kind of geeking out. But yeah, I woke up pretty tired actually. Yeah, pretty drained. And despite having 6 hours of sleep, I mean, that's about my normal 6 hours. Like, whew, I feel pretty tired, but got to start the day, got to start the grind because it is almost time. And so with that, I'm gonna let y'all start your day. I'm gonna kick this video off in the community section. Yeah. And the real video, not real video, but the shorts, the scheduled video will drop at noontime today. That's where I've been kind of trying to schedule these videos. But yeah, noontime. And this one, even if it's a little blurry, because when you upload a YouTube video, it processes it in standard def, and then it takes a little bit to process it in high def. And so sometimes I just have to wait. But this one, I may just kind of throw it out there just to get the message across and just to keep y'all entertained. All right. Take care, y'all. Have a very, very good day. Bye-bye.